Your dad was an entrepreneur?
Yeah, my dad was an entrepreneur, and both of my grandparents were entrepreneurs, both sets. So we grew up in a really entrepreneurial family, and we're kind of raised to be entrepreneurs. My brother, my sister, and myself have all run our own companies pretty much our whole lives.
Interesting.
I started my first operating business. I was 20, and I had 12 full-time employees. So yeah, we kind of grew up that way. I had a couple of dovetails through where I was still entrepreneurial, but I was the second in command for a couple of companies. Yeah. And then for the last 19 years, I've been running my own business.
And what was that company? You said you were 20 years old?
Yeah, we were painting houses. I was awarded a franchise for a group called College Pro Painters. And College Pro went on to become the largest residential house painting company on the planet. And that's really where I learned how to build companies. It's also, by the way, I know we're going to talk a little bit about the 1-800-GOT-JUNK story, but I walked into the 1-800-GOT-JUNK office in 1998 and told the guy who was working there then, 4 years after I'd quit, that it was time for him to quit. And I wanted him to go and talk to a friend of mine who was building a company called the Rubbish Boys to help Brian franchise. And the guy that I had quit his job was Paul Guy. And Paul is now the biggest franchisee for 1-800-GOT-JUNK. He owns Toronto, Manhattan, all of Australia. But I got Paul to quit his job at College Pro and move over. Then there's a few others I recruited at the College Pro days. But that's where I learned how to really grow companies, was College Pro.
They're really known for systems and culture. I've got a few friends that have... First of all, I don't know anyone that's gone through the College Pro Painter system and hasn't gone off to do something, I don't want to say extraordinary, but to do something pretty special, certainly entrepreneurial. And what I'm finding is that people that have gone through that sort of, it's almost like a mini franchise system. It like injects the systems, but they also had that cultural element to it. And
yeah, it was a real world MBA at a very young age. And so the founder, Greg Clark, said that building a really great business is building a little bit more than a business and a little bit less than a religion. It has to be in the zone of a cult. So yeah, it had a very, very strong culture. That's where I learned about culture, was College Pro.